Good morning YouTube, so I'm back here with another video, and this one is just going to be a short one. Promise you that, and it's not going to be 30 minutes here or anything like that. So I just want to clarify a few things here. The other day I made a video stating that all her bugs had been hotfixed and I thought everything was perfectly fine. However, when I digged into my testings and I looked at it further, the damage increase that my Lance got from her passive was actually around 20% instead of those 43% that we were expected. So she's definitely still bugged. Now, the good thing is that the developer has found an issue. They know there is an issue and it will be fixed. And it will be fixed in the near future here very soon. I cannot be specific. It could be on Thursday, it could be next week, something like that. But they know that is an issue. They are trying to fix it. They have acknowledged that there is an issue with the passive here, and it will be fixed. Also, the Shelter of Faith path here, it has some performance issues, and that will also be worked out, fixed. I think the bug is now, I don't have an exclusive tree obviously here yet myself, but from what I'm hearing is that, from what I'm also been testing with the 50% one up here, is that sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. And how it should work is that if you have an exclusive tree, for example, you're taking like a big hit from Marie S4, you can only get to 66% HP in that big hit. And then if the attack has more stages, where you would normally take a lot of extra damage, you're still going to be only at 66%, because you're going to take 1 HP for the rest of the attacks in that enemy's turn, if that makes sense, right? So, for example, Marie here, she's using the S4, but the exclusive tree here, I think it is, or exclusive 2, whatever, makes her also use the S2 in the same time, or in the same like momentum, right? And that is where this passive here would stop that. So you get to 66% and nothing less than that. And then once another hero, or the next time that Marie gets a turn, if you haven't healed up, then you can only get to 33%. So you'll have like, you cannot get one shot. This is to prevent you from getting one shot from 100 to 0. If this still happens right now, this is because it's bugged, okay? I've seen some people online talking about this, that they know how it works and stuff like that. It's bugged at the moment. It's going to be fixed. And they are looking at it. Something is not working with the Shelter of Fate here. This the debuff here. Something is not working. Okay, so they're fixing it. They're looking at it in the near future here very soon. So that is nice. I think once they fix that, she's going to be feeling a lot better, because the issue with her right now is that all she's giving is actually this code 2 debuff here, and then she has the Shelter of Fate, which is apparently bugged and doesn't work all the time, and then the damage increase from the passive is not calculated correctly either, so it's not really giving the expected amount. And then she has this shield here on a 4-turn cooldown with a 2-turn duration, and it cannot be decreased or increased. So you will have 2 turns all the time where you don't have any defensive capabilities for your team. If Nikki is your only like a shielder and stuff like that, right? You'll have 2 turns with no shielding on, and it's too far. It's actually too long, I think, to not be protected in this in both PvE and PvP. And obviously, her big bread and butter here is the reappearance thing here. Now this one here is the only thing I think about her kit that actually makes her feel like an LTE or limited hero, is this reappearance thing here, where she can make other heroes do double turn on their attack, like it could be Lance S4, Marie S4, whatever, and she'll just do the attack twice without using a double turn, right? That is very nice. They need to just keep that in, that's fine. But that is an exclusive tree. It would be nice if Nikki felt limited hero-ish on exclusive 0, 1 and 2. That would be nice, right? If we don't need the exclusive tree to feel that she is a limited hero. Now I think overall her how strong she is on par with some of the latest normal regular heroes that we've had, like Hanya, Tyrell, Hogarth, those kind of heroes feel just as strong as Nikki, if you get me, right? Right now. But I think once they fix the things here that isn't working, she's going to feel a lot better. for sure, and they will be fixing it in the near future. Now, something I've actually suggested to the developers, and I'm hoping that it actually is going to be a thing, but we don't know. It's just a suggestion, right? I've just asked them to consider this, is to change the echo here from skill damage to all damage reduction. And before you're saying, Invu, that is crazy, it's going to be broken, I'm going to show you an example of why I don't think it's too broken actually. Now, if you just look at this echo here, isolated, the echoes normally on heroes is like the missing key part of the kit, right? So you complement it with the echo does something that is very good for the hero. And in this case here, it's adding defensive capabilities that Nikki is not providing in any of her other skills, right? But the issue here is that, first of all, the 21% HP is kind of meh, right? She doesn't do any damage. HP doesn't really matter for her that much, other than her shield. But the 42% skill damage at 5-star obviously sounds very good, and it is very strong, but and this is very important to know, it doesn't work against the basic attack, and it does not work against the damage from the dots. So, for example, the Ansi and Hanya combo that we have in PvP at the moment, Ansi is still going to do his full damage from his basic attack. He's just gonna cut through anyone here like a hot knife in butter. And for example, Lam in the Planar Rift here, many people are stuck here in Planar Rift here at this boss here. This boss here, Lam here, the poison damage that his dots do is normally what kills people, and skill damage reduction is not working against that. You would need either dot damage reduction or you would need all damage reduction. So that is something to consider. And also, I think it's not too much to ask for. I think people are saying, yeah, okay, but it sounds kind of crazy, right? But if you take a look at the Hogarth here, now this is a relatively new hero. His echo here, what it says here is in the bottom here is that once he does the Indomitable buff or the Consolidation buff, he's also going to inflict thunderous sound on all enemies. And at 5-star, it's going to reduce all damage done by 30% for one turn. Now I know that Nikki's echo is infinite duration, but this one is also pretty much permanent, because with his exclusives, he's actually applying this debuff here all the time. So it's not too far off. 30%, 42%, it's pretty much the same, right? And at 0-star, it is 12% on Nikki, I think. Yeah, 12% on Nikki and 10% on him. So even if you just have it at 0-star, then I think 12% all damage reduction is still better than 12% skill damage reduction. Okay, don't think it's too much to ask for actually. And also the pet, I know pets are supposed to be very strong, and they are. But this pet here, this unicorn pet, is doing a lot of stuff, but it also reduces all damage taken by 40% when you had that neon light buff. Okay, so we already have the buff in the game. There are other stuff that is giving this kind of buff, and I feel if we change this from skill damage to all damage taken, then I think the echo will feel more like an LTE echo, because at the moment this echo here, when I'm looking at it, it doesn't really feel like, why would people pull for this? Like, let's say you have it at 0-star, 1-star, whatever, right? These percentages here, they're not gonna do any difference in your game, because it's skill damage. It's not gonna work against bosses, a basic attack and all stuff like that, dots and stuff like that. So this won't really do too much actually for the defensive capabilities. I think if you change this to all damage, it's going to be much better. So that's my suggestion. I hope they are going to listen to it, and I think if that happens, then Nikki is going to be a top tier hero that everyone should pull. Everyone should get her echo. Everyone should get this hero here for sure, because with all those changes and with the bug fixes here that is coming in the near future, she is going to feel very, very nice. Alright guys, that is it for me from right now. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. It means a lot to me. Thanks for watching guys. Yeah, have a nice evening. Cheers. Bye.